All right, let's talk about something huge today, passive income. But you know what? We're going to cut through all the noise and give you a really clear step-by-step roadmap. This is all about building a financial future that's a whole lot stronger. Okay, let's get into it. So, let me just ask you something, straight up. Don't think about next month's bills. Think bigger. Is your financial life actually built to take a hit? A surprise layoff, a dip in the market, a sudden expense? Is it truly resilient?
Because here's the thing. Real financial strength, the kind that lets you actually sleep well at night, it just doesn't come from one job, no matter how good that job is. Relying on just one paycheck is kind of like trying to build a house on a single pillar. It might stand for a while, but it's incredibly fragile.
So how do we fix that? How do we build a foundation that's actually strong? Well, the answer is diversifying for resilience. It's about building a portfolio of different income streams.
Let's just hang on this for a second. Seriously, take a moment and just picture it. A future where a bad day at work or, hey, even getting laid off doesn't send your entire life into a financial panic. That's the goal. That is the freedom we're actually talking about here.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. So imagine your stock dividends are down for the quarter. It happens, right? But because the ad revenue from your little niche website is holding steady and your rental income is stable, your overall financial picture doesn't even flinch. It stays stable. That right there, that's the power of diversification. Okay, so the why is super clear. Now, let's get to the how. This is your actual action plan. We're going to call it the journey from zero to your very first dollar.
And here it is, the whole roadmap, broken down into 4 simple, totally manageable steps. We're going to go through each one, but you can already see the logic, right? You pick one thing, you put in the work, you prove to yourself that it works, and then you expand.
This brings us to step 1, and honestly, this is the biggest mistake people make. They get all fired up and try to start a YouTube channel and buy dividend stocks and write an ebook all at the same time, and what happens? They get completely overwhelmed and just quit. So the key here is to pick one. Just one strategy that actually sounds fun to you and pour all your energy into that.
So once you picked your thing, step 2 is all about commitment. This isn't just some casual hobby. You got to treat it like a serious project. That means literally blocking out time in your calendar for the next 90 days. So if you chose blogging, your mission is to write those first 10 articles. If you picked real estate, maybe your goal is to research your first REIT ETF, which is just a fund that lets you invest in real estate easily. This is the hard work you have to do up front, no shortcuts.
Now we're at step 3, and this is where we kind of have to throw the old rulebook out the window. Everybody wants to jump right to making $1,000 a month, right? But all the research shows that's totally the wrong goal to start with.
Your first goal is this: $1. Yep, that's it. Not a typo, just one single dollar.
Look, this isn't about the money, not at all. It's about psychology. That very first dollar, I don't care if it's 10 cents from a stock dividend or 50 cents from an ad click, that dollar is your proof. It's the moment a switch flips in your brain and this whole thing goes from being some abstract idea to a real system that you just made work. And that mental shift, it's permanent, and it's worth more than any $1,000.
So once you've earned that first dollar, you've proven the system works. Now you're ready to play the long game, because this is absolutely a marathon, not a sprint. It's about layering your income streams over time to build real freedom.
And the strategy here is really simple. It's automate, then add. So in year 1, you were laser focused on that first stream. By year 2, you get it to a point where it's mostly automated, which frees you up to start focusing on stream number 2. Fast forward to year 4, and now those first 2 streams are running on their own, and you can start on a third. See how that works? You build, you systemize, you add. That's how you do it without burning out.
Of course, making a timeline like that a reality, it takes a certain mindset. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about having the patience to see things grow, having the humility to learn when something doesn't work out, and having the discipline to just keep showing up, week after week, even when progress feels slow. And why would you go through all this effort? Why have all that patience? Because the prize at the end isn't just about money. It's about the ultimate form of wealth, which is freedom. The freedom to choose what you do with your day, your week, your life, all without being tied to a single job.
So really, when we wrap this all up, it leaves us in a pretty powerful place. The theory's done, the path is laid out right in front of you, the what to do and the how to do it, it's all right here.
And that brings everything down to one final and really the most important question.
This one isn't for me, it's for you. Now that you have this roadmap and you know the real goal is just that first dollar, what's your first step going to be?